So we have ad-darsu sadis wa ishrun. Remember, we talked about the numbers, right? The only difference is that it's saying a sadis is because it is the ordinal number, right? Not the cardinal. What is the cardinal number of a sadis? Sittatun. You can say sittatun wa ishrun. What is sittatun wa ishrun? 26. When you say sadis, which is the cardinal number, it means 26th. So it's that way of saying it. Now, so it says the title is في معهد اللغة العربية. So you know exactly what it means in the institution of Arabic language, basically an Arabic language institution. And I mentioned to you that not all idafa you have to translate as of, because idafa is also used to make a compound word. So instead of saying institution of Arabic language, you can say Arabic language institution. Now, so it starts by saying حضر أحمد من بلده في بداية العام الدراسي والتحق بمعهد اللغة العربية. So we have حضر أحمد من بلده في بداية العام الدراسي. So what is حضر here? So حضر, the standard meaning is to attend, which I think we've been using that meaning a lot, but حضر has other meanings as well. One of them would be to arrive somewhere, to be present, to be arrive also. So here I think that is the meaning would be more closer. So Ahmed arrived from his country, min biladihi. We can translate as arrive here, but the other meanings as well. In Arabic language, one word has many, many different meanings. And I'll tell you one thing. One of the frustration is, as you continue learning Arabic language, when you find the same word that you thought you know the meaning, and it's coming in a context, if you insert the meaning that it doesn't make any sense. Only to find out when you go to dictionary that it has whole another set of meanings. Okay, so this is something that you'll see what happens. So Ahmed arrived from his country, min biladihi or baladihi. Another way is bilad. I think it's a plural. So balad would be singular. From his country, fi bidayatil amid dirasi. In the beginning of the, what is amid dirasi? School years, good. So year, the word is year. Has other meanings based on the context, but here it means year. So in the beginning of the school year. وَالْتَحَقَ بِمَعْهَدِ اللُّغَةِ الْعَرَبِيَّةِ. We know these words, everything is clear, very simple. And he joined Arabic Language Institute. Very simple stuff, right? ذهب أحمد في الصباح إلى المعهد وقابل أحد الطلاب. Extremely simple stuff, right? As I read, you should be able to translate in your mind. So Ahmed went in the morning to the institute. وقابل, this is, I'm pretty sure we also had this one. It means to meet. To meet. قابل يقابل. قابل يقابل. يقابل. Now, and أحد الطلاب. So what happens? He met one of the students. Ahad is one. Okay, one of the students. Very simple, right? Ahmad. So Ahmad says, صبح صبحك الله بخير يا أخي. What is صبحك الله بخير? This is same thing as saying, صباح الخير. Okay, that's what would be the expression. But what he's trying to say is صبحك الله بخير. He's actually making a dua. Okay, he's making the dua that may Allah give the morning in goodness to you. Okay, so this is another way. I haven't seen this kind of expression often, but it's fine. You can also say Sabah al Khair, which is the same thing. So Talib, then the student says, Ahlan wa sahlan ya akhi. So Ahlan wa sahlan, this is many ways you can translate. You can just say, welcome, my brother. Then Ahmed says, Ana Ahmadu Abdullahi min al Philippines. So he is Ahmad Abdullah from Philippines. And the student says, Wa ana Kamalu Nuruddin. His name is Kamal, but he also has Nuruddin. In Arabic, usually all the names, they have a big names, they just put them together. So it would be Dafa. Min Turkiya. So he's from Turkey, right? So Ahmed says, هل أنت طالب في المعهد? Are you a student in the institution? The Kamal says, نعم أنا طالب في المعهد. Okay, yes, I am a student in the institute. Ahmed says, في أي مستوى أنت? Okay, so this word requires a little bit attention. Mustawa. First of all, what is it? What does mustawa mean? We had this one so many times. Level, yes, it means level. Level means what grade, what level, something like that. So the issue is, this is a kind of mistake. So, but I'll explain you what happened. The issue is that, first of all, why is it a mistake? Who can just quickly tell me why doesn't something sound right? The writing. Just look at the spelling and where the haraka is. I'll give you an example. So why is the haraka here is a problem? Alif maksura, no tanwin. Okay, so you're giving me exactly, but why? It is alif maksura and it is no tanwin, but why is it? Yes, that's a simple thing. And it's like alif can never have any haraka. Forget about tanwin, like no haraka. So we cannot put anything on the top of alif. So what it needed to be is actually, this tanwin is fine, but tanwin needed to be on the wa. This kind of word, when it's indefinite, like the case here, it will always be tanwin of fatha, regardless of what case it is, whether it's in marfu or majrur or mansub, it doesn't matter. It will always be in this case, mustawan, when it's indefinite. Okay, so but is it I'm giving a little bit more. These are really advanced stuff. It doesn't make any difference at this stage, but since I start talking about this, but it doesn't mean it is a mabni word or mu'rab. It is still not mabni, because if I say this word will be like this all the time, whether it's marfu or majrur, if you say fi mustawan, it's going to be fi mustawan, all the cases it will be like this. So you might think that, okay, so that means it is mabni, it doesn't change. No, it's not mabni. It is mu'rab because of alif, it's mu'rab, but the only thing is that it's called taqdiri. So we have to estimate the vowel is in here. So, but the reason why they put tanwin here, just to, make this one clear, this type of words. Anyway, I don't want to dwell too much here, but the main thing is that this one doesn't go here, this one here, okay? Fi ayyi mustawan. So you don't say fi ayyi mustawin like this. No, you don't say. The mustawan is fine. So which level are you in? Okay, makes sense? Do you understand the issues of mustawa? It's something like fata, okay? Fatan, hudan, in the Quran, hudan lil muttaqin. Why there's a tanwin in the huda? Because you have a same issue, ismul maqsur, they call it, okay? You'll find same kind of situation. Jayyid. So then Kamal says he is answering fil mustawa. See, again, same situation. Fil mustawa al muqaddim. Okay, so he's saying that he is in the muqaddim level. So what is al muqaddim? Told you that these words comes in different meaning, but the meaning is close. It is advanced. So he's in the advanced level. Because when it's ana ataqaddamu, like I'm advancing, I'm going forward. So I told you this word has a lot of different meanings. It's very hard to explain. You will know from the context. So here it is means that something that has been advanced. Al mustawa al muqaddim, it means that advanced level. Makes sense? Wa ant, and you is asking wa ana talimun jadid, and I'm a new student. He asks mata hadarta ila al mahad. When did you attend or arrive? So you have to expand these meanings. Hadara, I said, it means to attend, it means to be present, it means also to be arrive. It has a lot of more meanings. Now, and he says hadartu al-yawm. If you say I attended today, it would not make super sense. So it would be I arrived today, something like that. Make sense? So you have to expand your understanding of these words. So then Kamal says, Hal qabalta amid al-mahad. We have qabala yuqabilu. Qabalta means did you meet amid al-mahadi, the dean of the institution? Naam, qaddamtu lahu al-awraq. That means I submitted. This word will require a maf'ul bihi, an object. Okay, so I submitted al-awraq. What is al-awraq? It is a plural of something that you probably know. Papers, good. Waraka, excellent. So I submitted the papers to him. Okay. هل عرفت مواعيد الدراسة بالمعهد؟ عرف يعرف. What does it mean? هل عرفت? Did you know? مواعيد. What is مواعيد? It's also plural of one word you probably know, which we had. I'm pretty sure we had this word before. موعيد. What is موعيد? موعيد means a appointed time. So that means appointment. The schedule, right? Basically, it's talking about the schedule, like the time of the classes or the studies. Okay, but the word maw'id, it means appointment or something that is being set with the schedule, right? So you understand that? So it says, do you know the schedule of the institution, of the mahad, of the institution? Ahmed said, la ya Kamal, no, Kamal. Mata yabda ad-dirasu al-awwal. So see, he's asking about the schedule. Mata yabda ad-dirasu al-awwal. When does the first lesson starts? And he answers as-sa'ata al-thaminata sabahan. As-sa'ata al-thaminata sabahan. 8 a.m. Good. Sabahan. Good. The thing that I wanted to talk about is, why do we have fatha here? That's my question. Don't want to deep too much, but I will just mention anyway, because I find these readings are too easy. Time mansub. Okay, so why time has to be mansub? Good. Maful fihi. Yes, excellent. So you guys are getting it. What is the English? How would you say in English in a way? It's kind of like adverb. So an adverb, which is maful fihi in Arabic, this concept of maful is going to be coming a lot. And that's why someone who says that, this one is maful, you cannot just say maful. For example, qaddamtu lahu al-awraqa. In the beginning, a lot of students just say, so what is al-awraqa? This is maful. No, you cannot say maful, because there's like 5-6 types of maful. You have to clarify what kind of maful. This is maful bihi, which is the object. So not all maf'ul is object, because the other ones you cannot say is object. For example, this is also maf'ul. Sabahan is also maf'ul, and I'm saying these are also of maf'ul. So what type of maf'ul? These are adverb. So why did, just quick note, because Sister Farhana mentioned the maf'ul fihi, maf'ul fihi. So we have bihi, you have fihi, you also have lahu. Lahu is something we already got, which is same thing as li ajlihi. We already had this li ajlihi. Okay, then we have maf'ul mutlaq. You have you have other type. So we're looking into fihi. Fihi is basically every maf'ul maf'ul that has a harful jar. It only saying, this is one way of looking at it, only saying that you could have used the harful jar fi. If you did harful jar fi, then of course you make it into kasra. So for example, you could have said fi as-sa'ati al-thaminati. You understand? So you could have said it. He asked you, when does this start? This is perfectly beautiful Arabic. There's nothing wrong with this. You can say fi sa'ati thaminati. So, but if you want to remove the fi, that what happens? If you want to remove the fi, that's when it becomes maf'ul fihi. So if for some reason you don't want the fi, you don't like the fi today, yesterday you liked it, okay, fine, no problem. You can put, then you have to make it into an adverb. You have to say as-sa'ata al-thaminata. Make sense, guys? There's a lot more to talk about here, because you have maf'ul, this adverb of time, adverb of place, and there's other nuances. So I don't want to get into it. So just keep that in mind. So then Ahmed asked, Kam adadu durus? We talked about this kind of adat a lot. Are the terms maf'ul fihi and dharf interchangeable? Yes, they're interchangeable, because only maf'ul fihi, because dharf is maf'ul fihi. There's two types of maf'ul fihi, right? You have the zaman and you have makan. And dharf, we also have two types, zaman and makan. You can interchange dharf with maf'ul fihi. In fact, in Arabic, some the books that I have, some of them they won't even mention maf'ul fihi. They will just say dharf, dhuruf, right? Now they're same. So, and we also know this type of phrase. We've been seeing it a lot, so it should be very comfortable. Kam adadu durus. We had kam adadu sanawat. Remember how many years, number of years? Quick question. See how I'm finding it so easy. That's why I'm taking a little bit of time. How can you say another way this word come without the adat? Let's see if I want to remove adat, because here you're asking how many number of lessons fil yom in the day. This fil yom, you can make it into dharf. You can say yawman, yawman. It would make sense. Absolutely, it would make sense. There's subtle difference. Yes, there's subtle difference, but it will make sense. Same thing. Kam adatu durus yawman. Here would be daily. How many lessons are daily? Okay. But my question here is, how else can you say this one? You are saying how many number of lessons, but I don't want to ask how many number of lessons. I want to ask how many lessons are in the day. Yes, good. So you guys are helping us. Yes, so you have to make a nakira, that's fine. But there's one thing which is opposite of English. In English, we say how many lessons, but in Arabic, we don't say lessons. We use what? We use singular. Not only that, we use say, we will make it in mansub. Darsan, kam darsan. It would mean exactly the same thing. This would be the general format, not this one. This is the general format. You want to ask how many pens? Kam qalaman, kam kitaban, kam baitan, kam sayyaratan. Like all of this same situation. It would be singular, it would be indefinite, and it would be mansub with fatha. Make sense? Now, then khamsatu durusin faqat. Okay, so he's using khamsatu because the verb is dars, which is a masculine, so he has to use feminine. So 5 lessons faqat. What is faqat? Only. Yes, good. So faqat is only. وهل تدرس كل أيام الأسبوع? What does it mean? هل تدرس كل أيام الأسبوع? Do you study every day of the week? Excellent. But anything you recognize here? First of all, just look at this word. Why this word is in fatha? Okay. Oh, sorry. You would not know this. I thought, because it's the same topic of what we're talking about, but there is some subtlety. Yes. So it is maful fihi, what we're talking about. But the subtlety is because the kulla come here, so they will say it is naib. Naib means it takes a place. Anyway, I shouldn't have asked this one. Bottom line is, it is maful fihi. It is dhaf. But sometimes dhaf can be quantified. Okay, so here is being quantified, but it's still here. You can say, for example, here you can also say fi. Fi kulli ayyamil usbu'. Okay, so when you remove the fi, then it will be same situation. I thought this was the simple case, but it's not. But it still is a dharf. It's something what we're talking about, maful fihi, same situation. But because it's quantifying, so you're not getting the time before, you're getting a quantifier. But anyway, don't worry, but this is a dharf as well. Then we have what? We have la. He's saying no, it's not every day of the week. Yawmul khamis wa yawmul jumu'ati utlatun. Okay, what is khamis? You have to know your days. Okay, Thursday. Good. Who said that? Excellent. Yes, good. Khamis is Thursday and Jumu'ah is the Friday. But then you have Thabt, then you have Ahad, then you have Ithnain, Thulatha, and then Arbi'a. Okay, and then Khamis. You have to. These are all the days. Very simple, honestly. Just numbers. It's just a slight changes of the number. Okay. So the Ahad would be the Sunday. So they start from the Sunday, which is very weird. That's what the Christian people do. The ends on the Saturday, of course. So the Saturday would be Sabt, which is 7, right? Sabah. Now, so what is Utla? Utla, a break. Yes, Utla can also mean, like, for example, holiday, right? When you say Utlatul Usbu', that means weekend. So yeah, the concept is that you're off, off from work or study, something like that. You have a break. Good. Then Ahmed says, وَأَيْنَ حُجُرَاتُ الدِّرَاسَةِ وَأَيْنَ حُجُرَاتُ الدِّرَاسَةِ. So where is what is hujura? This word we had from the day 1, I think, or something like that. It's a room, right? So it's same thing as a ghurfa. But this is the plurals. One thing to note, when you say singular, you have the sukun, sukun on the jim. But once you make it in the plural, then it becomes a dhamma. Okay, so something to keep in mind. So what are the rooms, the study rooms? What are the study rooms? Then he says, al-mustawa al-ibtidaiyu, the first level, ibtida is the primary. Okay, primary. You know, we had this one, primary level, fi الطابقة الأول. So the primary level, he in the context, he means the primary level study rooms are in the first floor. We had like whole lesson, like I think 2-3 pages of just using the word tabaq with the ordinal numbers, right? الطابق الأول الثاني هكذا. We had this whole exercise there. Then it says wal mustawa al mutawassit. Mutawassit is the middle, meaning middle level. Depends on where he is. What is that in the before the high school? Because the primary school from 1 to 5, then you have 6 to 8, then the 9 to 12 would be high school. That's how, as far as I know, in this here. So this would be ibtidai, this would be a thanawi. Wasat is middle anyway, right? So that's good. So middle school, yeah, makes sense. So in context of, you know, your school, it would be middle school. But here is not the context of school. Why? How do we know it? Because they're talking mahad. Mahad is institution. So usually institution are 2 years, right? So he's talking about middle level here. Okay. في الطابق الثاني, in the second floor. والمستوى المتقدم, here's the advanced, and the advanced level is الطابق الثالث, third floor. You understand? So far so good. Then Ahmed says شكرا لك على هذه المعلومات. What is معلومات? شكرا, of course, this is he's saying thank you. Thank you. This is an expression. Just don't worry too much about what it means. على هذه المعلومات. Yes, معلومات is information. Same thing as bayanat, like something that we had in previously, bayanat. The word bayanat is more used when we talk about data, like you entering data, some kind of data. And ma'lumat is general information. Like, you understand? And then he says, Afwan ya Ahmad, I told you the shukran and afwan, they go hand in hand. So if somebody says shukran, don't just sit there and stare at him or her, say afwan. Then it says, Atamanna laka najaha fi ta'allumi lugatil Quran. So he says, Atamanna. What is Atamanna? Tamanna is what? Is to, Tamanna is to hope. Yes, hope. Atamanna, I hope. You know, the concept of harful jar, you have to start thinking about the harful jar not as an independent word. Harful jar has something to do with a noun or the verb. For example, you say fee, you have the fee. You always have to explain this fee, this preposition is connected to what? This is a little bit advanced grammar, but you have to connect it. You have to say this fee is connected to this noun, or fee is connected to this muta'alliq. You know, they will use this word. Muta'alliq means what is connected, something like that. The reason why I'm emphasizing, because the most of the verb you will see, there are a lot of verbs, they have very specific preposition that it goes with. And if you interchange, you're gonna get problem, because look in English as well, you say I'm looking into, it means one thing. I'm looking for means something else. I'm looking at means something else. I'm looking by something else. You know, look, the word is look, but depends on what preposition you use, the meaning changes completely. It's not even close. Some of the meanings not even close, right? So pay attention to the prepositions. Yeah, so I hope the najah, what is najah? Najah is success. Rule of which one? Like the harful jar prepositions. Yes, the preposition, basically what I'm saying is that especially when you learn verb, if the verb takes a preposition, you have to know that preposition. You cannot use another preposition, because sometimes when we try to, for example, I am join, iltahaqa, if you don't know the preposition that iltahaqa always takes a harful jar be, if you didn't know this, but you want to say I am joining to institution, you might be tempted to say iltahaq to ila, you know, I joined to jamia. So you have to know it will not work. The meaning will not be complete at all. People wouldn't understand. Yeah, dictionary will show, but be careful the dictionary, what dictionary use because what happens, some of the dictionary will just give you a general meaning, but the better dictionary will have these words with different, just like in English, you use English, you look for the word look, it might say to see, but then on the branches it's going to say look at, look by, look for, look into. It will give you all those different meanings, what happens when you add these kind of prepositions to this word, right? So a lot of Arabic dictionary will do that as well. It will give you general meaning. Ataman is to hope. It's just giving you the meaning. It's not even including the time. It's just giving a sense of abstract infinitive. Yes. So that means it's not giving you anything about this verb. So you don't know how to use it. You know what it means, but you don't know how to use it. For example, if I say atamanna means to hope. Okay, great. So what time? Is it a past tense, present tense? You have no idea. How do I use it? You have no idea. But it's just at least giving you what it means. But now if you know your grammar, then you know how to make it into past, present, and command, and you know how to use based on if it has dedicated harful jar or not. Okay, so it's something like, it's a little bit advanced stuff, but because you guys been getting a lot of verbs, and you are guys also seeing a lot of verbs that has attached preposition with it, so make this mind that I need to know what preposition goes with it. For example, another example I'll tell you. Raghiba. This word. Raghiba is what? Raghiba has a similar meaning. To hope, like to wish something. If you use fi, it's like you hope for something. But if you use an, it is completely opposite of. In the Quran, Allah says, the whole verse is not going to come in my head, but I'm just going to paraphrase what Raghiba an Ibrahim, or Din Ibrahim. And if you don't know this thing, you'll think like, why Allah is upset if somebody is hoping for the religions of Ibrahim? What does it mean? So we're not supposed to like Ibrahim alayhi salam? No, because the verb is an. An means you do opposite. You're turning away from the hoping. You see how much it can make difference. So that means this harful jar would be very, very important to keep in your mind as you move forward. Make sense, guys? Was I able to explain the importance, or you guys more confused? Jayid. So he's saying that he hopes an-najah is a success, right? Najah is success. He hopes the success in ta'allumi. This is the verbal noun of ta'allama. Same thing. Ta'allama, only you have a dhamma here. Okay, like taqaddama, the verb is taqaddama, but that's a verb. So how do you make it a verbal noun? Taqaddum, you just make it a dhamma. Okay, so these kind of things you will find in the sarf. So it's not your subject right now, but I'm just mentioning a few things because I found this reading to be extremely simple. So fi ta'allumi, in the studying or learning lugatil Quran. So he's hoping or wishing a success in learning the language of the Quran. Okay, and then we have something that Ali ibn Abi Talib Ali radhiyallahu anhu says, "Ta'allamu al-arabiyyata wa 'allimuha an-nasa." Okay, so ta'allamu is a command verb, is saying to, asking to learn. Okay, learn is a plural. Learn al-arabiyyata, the Arabic language, of course. Wa 'allimu is also a command verb. So what is 'allimu? 'Allimu is to teach. Teach it. It means al-arabiyya an-nasa. So an-nas is the people. Learn the Arabic language and teach it to the people.